Good morning and welcome back to Market Day Report. It is mid-morning and we have seen a lot of volatility and fluctuation in the corn market. We've been trying to hold on to some gains that we started earlier this morning and kind of still holding on a little bit. We are 437 and a quarter, up 3.5 on the May contract, 440 the high tick. The July was up 3/4 at 449 and a half. New crop December, 470 and 3/4, up 3. So our soybeans are doing. They have been soft most of the day, and they are soft, but still coming off of the lows there. 1205 and a half on the July, down 4 1/4. The August contract down 4 1/2 at 1201 and 3/4. At new crop November, 1181 and a half, down 5 1/2. And Chicago wheat, it's been really soft. The wheat market's been soft for quite a while. The May contract 529 1/4, down 3. New crop July 544 and a half, down 2 3/4. Out to Dees 581 and a half, down 1 1/2. Kansas City hard red winter wheat, it's been soft mostly too, down 8 1/4 on the May, 566 and a half. That's hugging the low of the day. New crop July 560, down 8 on the low of the day. December 586 and a quarter, down 7 1/4. We'll wrap it up with Minneapolis spring wheat, down 3 3/4 on the May at 651 and a half. July down 2.5 at 658. New crop December down 1/2 at 679 and a half. I got my guest here, Joe Lardy. Joe is with CHS. Joe, anything really exciting stand out to you in the grain market this morning?
Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of great news and information this morning, and we're kind of in that lull period between the WASDE report and then I think everybody's really looking ahead 2 weeks out when we get the acreage and stocks report. And I think that acreage number is going to be huge to the market, and that's really going to give us our next big signal for price direction. But in the meantime, we've got, we just have to go with the flow and go through the day to day. And soon as our interview here is done, in just a few minutes after that, we're going to get the NOPA crush numbers. And I'm anticipating to see a record crush for the month, and we'll see if that delivers or disappoints, and maybe that'll have a little bit of influence on the bean market yet today.
Absolutely. So let's play a little devil's advocate. You mentioned about the planting intentions report. Yep. We're kind of skewed a little bit thinking about 2.5 million acres more soybeans than corn this year, but maybe about the same number of planted acres. So what if we come out and we're dead even? We don't change those numbers, or we change them insignificantly. Does that rally everything as a whole, or do we then just begin to separate and say, well, this protein is going to be more important than this feed source here or this biodiesel, something that kind of maybe deviates the two markets?
Yeah, this is going to be real interesting. I mean, the early feel seems to be that we're going to put those corn acres in. I think there was enough fertilizer application put down in the fall that's going to prevent the switch to something else. And just as we're talking to producers, it's trying to get a handle on that other stuff. Is it going to be hay? Is it going to be spring wheat? Is it going to be beans? Is it going to be more edibles, more peas? What's the other going to be? And it's going to be interesting to watch what happens down in the Delta. Are we going to see cotton? Are we going to see some more beans? Are we going to see some more corn? And right now, it seems like I'm getting a different answer, everybody that I'm talking to. So I think this acreage number has the potential to be a little bit more volatile, market moving. But if, like you said, we continue to plant a heavy number of corn and beans like we historically have done, the balance sheets for next year would look pretty heavy, and I think that might keep a lid on the market. So I think we're going to need to see a surprise with fewer acres to get this market jumping higher.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Anything specific out there in the wheat market that you see?
Well, we're trying to wrap our arms around all these cancellations with, China canceling U.S. wheat and talk of Australian cancels, and now we're looking to Europe to see if they cancel any European wheat as well. So I think that's, after multiple days of cancellations, that's kind of throwing a wet blanket on the wheat market here as well.
Absolutely. Joe, really do appreciate you taking the time to be with us this morning. It's Joe Lardy. He is with CHS. Y'all stick around. We're going to come back and talk a little livestock with me, Chris Swift. Hang around.